Alright, so for this problem, we have a couple different things we're looking at. One of them is that we want to go ahead and use what we've learned about supplementary angles. These four right there are supplementary angles. We also have another pair of supplementary angles that we can look at here. We'll do some work with that. You can also do some stuff with vertical angles, but this is the approach that I'm going to go with for today. So I'm going to take a look at adding up the first four, 1, 2, 3, 4 angles there. And since they're supplementary, I know that they should add up to give me a measure of 110 degrees. Okay, so y plus 10 plus x plus y plus 45 equals 180. Okay, now there's a lot going on here, so let's go ahead and simplify and combine like terms here. So there's only one x, I have that. There's two y's. Okay, and then I can go ahead and add in all of the constants together here. So I'll get 25 plus 45, so that's going to give me 70. Equals to 180, and then I can just go and subtract 70 from both sides, so I end up with x plus 2y equals 110. Now the problem here is that we have two variables, so anytime you have two variables, you need to have two equations. That's where the other linear pair, this angle, and this angle come into play. So not a lot of space here, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of cram this in over here. So x plus y plus 45 plus x equals 180. If you notice here, I put parentheses around each of the angles, the equations, I take each expression for each angle and put them in parentheses so I know where they're coming from. It's not necessary, it doesn't actually make a difference for the problem here, but it is nice for the reader to be able to tell what's happening. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms here. So 2x plus y plus 45 equals 180. And subtract 45 from both sides, so I get the 2x plus y equals 135. Okay. Now if I take a look at this here, I can see that I have x's and y's in both these equations. And it's up to you how you want to do this. For our purposes today, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and solve the first equation for x. That's the easiest one. So I'll just subtract 2y from both sides. So 110 minus 2y. Okay. Now I'm going to take that expression right here and plug it in for this x over here. That way we've got it so there's only one variable to work with. So I have 2 times my parentheses, 110 minus 2y plus y equals 135. Okay. And from here, it's up to you how you want to do it, but I'm going to go ahead and distribute the 2 to both these terms inside here. So I end up with 220 minus 4y plus 3y, or sorry, plus y equals 135. Okay, so when I go to combine things here, like terms, I get negative 3y equals 2, and then 135 minus 225, or 220 is going to be negative 85. Okay, so once I take a look at this thing here, and I can go ahead and divide both sides by negative 3, I end up with y equals to 85 over 3. Okay, much better to leave it as a fraction there than to try to go ahead and as an improper fraction rather than a mixed number or go ahead and round it. We want to be exact with these things, so we want to leave it like that. Now the last thing here is that we still need to get our x value. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this equation, or this value for y, and plug it back into this up here. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some arrows here to help my reader follow my work here, but I'll have x equals to 110 minus 2, and instead of y it was 85 over 3. Okay. Now for this part right here, I'm just going to go ahead and type this into my calculator. You can go ahead and do it, get common denominators and all that, but really I'm focusing on the process here rather than actual algebra go with it. So I worked this out beforehand, and I end up with 160 over 3. Okay. And those are my two values. I circle them. We're good to go.